Hello Stingray families, my name is Corey Schonder and I'm the Varsity All-Star Uniform Rep for the Georgia area Stingray gyms. Due to the COVID-19 virus and some of the regulations in place, we've decided on a virtual method for uniform sizings this year using the Varsity Fitting Pass. I want to remind you to go onto the Stingray's website to make payment for your uniform before you begin the fitting pass process. If you have a boy, we're going to handle the male uniforms a little bit different, so just reach out to the front office and they'll give you some guidance from there. One thing that you'll need for this fitting pass is a tape measure, so make sure you have one of those handy before you begin. Also, watch this video all the way through. I'm going to be going through a step-by-step tutorial with some tips and troubleshooting along the way to make sure that you have a good fitting pass experience. And then last but not least, we do have some procedures in place so that if any of the uniforms come in and they don't fit 100% perfect, we have an opportunity to either reorder or swap around as needed. Thank you so much for your patience, and here we go.
Okay, so we're going to go into your email and select the link that was sent out by the gym. This will take you to a landing page where you select, yes, this is our fitting. Go ahead and begin to type your name, but just put, I can't find my name to create a new profile. For your first name, this is very important. You want to put your team. So for this example, I'll put my team name as Cobalt. And then for my last name will be my first and last name. Now, there is a limited number of characters that can be used, so just type as many as you can and we'll reference it with the rosters. From there, you'll select your gender, your squad, which will always be All-Star Cheer, your role, which will always be new team member. Next, you can add your mobile number and email address if you would like, but it's just an optional feature. From there, you'll save and continue to measurements. This will take you to a page where you can watch a short video on how to do actual measurements to use the fitting pass. I would recommend having a pen and paper handy to write down these measurements as you go. I'm going to fast forward through here, but it gives a really good description on what to do for the measurements. Once you're finished, you'll go back into the fitting app in your web browser, and you'll enter in those sizes. So for bust, which would be the largest part of the chest, your waist, which is the most narrow part of your middle, and then hip, which is largest part of the hip area. Now for skirt length, we don't really use that in our all-star garments, so you can just default to a 10 or 11 or 12. And then inseam, again, we don't use that very much, but I would err on the shorter side. And then girth is used more for bodysuits, but we're going to be using a crop top for this. And now select, I usually wear adult sizes, and then save. Next, it'll take you to a page where it says all stations. You want to select that little drop down that says show more, and then you'll just click on crop top. And you'll see on the top it says we suggest this certain size. I know from previous experience that I never add length to my bodysuit, so I'm just going to select a regular adult small with no sleeve adjustments, and then save. Next, I'll move on to the uniform bottom, and you see it suggested a size small, which sounds about right. So I'm going to scroll down, select small, and then I don't typically use any length adjustment. If you have long legs or are a taller athlete, you can add a +1 or +2, and then save. And then finally, you'll go to the top right-hand corner where there are those 3 little lines, and you'll tap it. Select Order Details, and it'll take you to a final page that shows what size you selected for the top and for the bottom. If everything looks good, you can select I approve these sizes and then submit. And that's it. Your info will be forwarded on to the front office and to myself to place your uniform order.